Hello YouTube, my name is Isabella and today I'm going to be talking about 5 books I'm very thankful for. Now this is a Top 5 Wednesday topic, and Top 5 Wednesday as always is hosted by Sam from Thoughts on Tomes, so I will leave a link to her channel and the Goodreads group down below if you want to see the topics and the discussions. This topic is obviously inspired by American Thanksgiving, and while I already had my Thanksgiving, I'm Canadian, I really wanted to participate in this topic because I haven't done a Top 5 Wednesday in such a long time. I didn't pick like all of my favorite series ever because it would just be a rehash of what I've already said and that's a little boring, so I picked 5 randomish choices that I am very thankful to have. Now I am very grateful that I get to own all of these books. I'm very thankful that I have the privilege of buying and owning and having a huge collection of books, because I know not everyone gets to do that, not every book lover gets to. I am very aware of this privilege and I'm incredibly grateful for it. The first choice may be a little weird to you, but I'm very thankful to own The Winner's Curse by Marie Rudkowski. This is the first book in a YA political fantasy series that I haven't read. I have been wanting to get my hands on a copy of this book for so long, basically since I discovered BookTube, which was more than 2 years ago now. But I looked near and far and I waited on Book Outlet for it to say that this book was in stock, and one time they had this book in stock and I made an order on Book Outlet specifically so I could get this book, and it turned out that they got sold out after I'd already checked out. I got every other book that I had ordered and was refunded for this one. When I found it in a used bookstore when I was on vacation this summer, I was so beyond thrilled to have it. I'm so happy that I have it in my life, and I really hope to start this trilogy soon, probably in 2018 sometime. The next book I chose was The Space Between the Stars by Anne Corlett, and again, this might be a little bit of a weird pick because I didn't particularly love this book. This is a story about humanity in which we have already managed to go to other planets, we are living on other planets and thriving, and then there's this virus that takes out 99.9% of the human population. I really wanted this to be a found family type of story, and it wasn't, but I'm grateful to have this because this is the first arc that I ever won. I've always wanted an arc, and so I have a little bit of sentimental value towards a book that I didn't particularly love. I actually think I filmed a review for this, and it's probably my first or second review I ever did on this channel, so it might be a little cringy, but yeah, no, I'm happy that I have this one in my possession. The next book / series I'm very thankful for, I tried not to mention, but let's be real, I couldn't not mention it, but I think I found a little bit of a loophole. The next series I'm very thankful for are the Harry Potter illustrated editions. As you can see, they're right here, but there's a bunch of stuff on top of them, so I didn't want to grab them. I'm incredibly thankful that we have illustrated editions to look forward to for the next 4 years, because I read Harry Potter in the 6th grade. I was 12 years old, and every book had been out by that time, so I never got the experience of anticipating a new release and theorizing about what's to come and going to the midnight release parties. It's not exactly the same, but I'm glad that I have something that's new for Harry Potter to look forward to. Haven't read them yet, which is a shame, and I'm not going to be reading them this year because I plan to read Harry Potter on audio for the first time in December, but nevertheless I'm happy that they exist and they're so beautiful. I love them to pieces. The next book is one of my new favorite books, and it is A Thousand Splendid Suns by Colette Husseini. I read this in, I think it was September, and I was blown away. I picked it up on a whim, and I'm just so glad that I finally got to one of Colette Husseini's books. This book is about 2 women who grow up in slightly different times, but their lives interweave in a really difficult way, and it has such a great exploration of female friendships and being a woman in Afghanistan. This book takes place over like 30-40 years and chronicles the political climate of Afghanistan. I'm thankful for this book because I was educated on a topic, on some history that I know very, very little about. And I'm also just super thankful that I read this book this year because it has become an all-time favorite. I really liked the writing style, and the story was super difficult to read sometimes, but in my opinion it was beyond worth it. I will give a trigger warning for assault, spousal abuse, just so you know going into it, but it is a fantastic book and I'm really excited to get to Khaled Hosseini's other works. In the last series I chose, or like multiple series I chose, were Rick Riordan's books. I picked the first book in most of his series. I don't actually own the Kane Chronicles. There are Percy Jackson and the Olympians, Heroes of Olympus, Magnus Chase, and Trials of Apollo series. Now I'm thankful for each of these series in a slightly different way. The Lightning Thief is incredibly nostalgic to me, and even The Lost Hero, even though they're more recent. I'm very thankful that the Magnus Chase series exists, even though I haven't read it yet. I've been intending to read it for so long. I'm putting the books down for a second. Really grateful that Rick Riordan has decided to be so inclusive in his writing. He has included children of so many different backgrounds and orientations. I'm just glad that a man who is so famous and really had already made it with the Percy Jackson series has decided to push for more and ask for more, and he actually listens to his fans. There's the case of The Sword of Summer, in which there's either a joke or talking about someone's spirit animal, and a reader addressed him for it, and he said, you know what, you're right, I was wrong, I've talked to my editor, every future printing will not contain that. And there's something that is so great about that. Now, obviously you can't just stop there. We absolutely all need to be picking up more own voices stories and more marginalized authors stories. I just love that such a popular author and series is making this the norm in children's fiction. It's something that just makes my heart warm. I'd like to know a book or series that you're thankful for. If it's either a book you love or even if you have a fun memory attached to it, I'd love to know. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye!